I'm a long time fan. Come in.
How are you?
Good to see you.
So good to see you. Come through.
All right, come on.
You look amazing.
Thank you. To the right.
Glamorous.
My darling.
To you, she's a Grammy Award-winning artist known worldwide for her biggest hit, American Boy, featuring Kanye West, which has had more than 890 million streams. She founded her own record label aged 18 and has gone on to release 5 albums, with her 6th album, Stay Outer, being out now. She's also an actress, appearing in huge shows including Girls Trip. But to me, she's a rapper I always looked up to when I was younger. Then when she came out with her 2nd album, Shine, I heard her sing and I was floored. When I first met her, I was at Soho House Festival and I thought I'd made it because I'd never been anywhere so posh before. So when I actually met her, I'd just eaten 6 lobsters, 24 oysters, 6 Wagyu beef steaks and a rack of lamb, while my friend and backing vocalist, Baby, who's been on this show before, was vomiting in the toilet because she'd eaten the same as me. I just didn't know when I'd get my next meal. It's Estelle!
What? Like 24? Okay,
I
okay.
ate so much food.
It was that kind of night. It was that
Do you
kind of day.
remember that
I do
day?
remember that festival. As you say, I was like, oh yeah.
I couldn't believe how much posh food they had.
It's Soho House though, isn't it?
I know, but I'd never been to a Soho House before at that
Okay,
point.
okay.
So I was like, oh my God!
Everywhere, there's things.
And
you know.
Baby, who's one of my backing singers, but also best friend, she's from West London as well, and I'm from East. And we just went around like hoovering food
Some of that.
up.
Some of that.
Yeah.
Give me that. Give me that. Yeah. That kind of
just-
time.
I was full when I met you, very full.
I'm happy about that. That makes me happy. You ate. You were good. Yeah.
You're releasing your new album, or you've released Stay Outer.
Yeah.
And why after 6 years?
It was time. I think I was pretty much ready to just be like, okay, it's been fun. It's been great.
What, as in finish?
Yeah. I'll just do legacy now and do other things, you know?
What inspired you to do?
Well, I just kept coming back up with songs. I was at the house singing, and I think maybe 2018, and I tell the story that I felt like everything felt dark in 2018. All the music that was coming out just felt like, ugh, you know, literally just felt like that. And I was like, I want to perform my shows and perform my songs and have fun with it. And so,
Uplift people.
yeah, I was like, I think there needs to be a bit more joy in the world. And I kept saying that. And, you know, that's always the thing. When you say it too much, it's like, well, do it.
Yeah.
You're talking about it. Be the change you want to see. And so I was like, okay, time to get back in. And then I found myself back in. It was just, the songs kept pouring out of me. All the sessions, majority of them were recorded throughout the pandemic. And it was 4 hours every single time. It was easy. It didn't feel stressful. And it just felt like fun. And I was like, this is it. This is the time.
Putting some positivity into the world.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
You know,
it's so good.
It's trying to make us feel like everything's shit.
I remember
Like,
being quite young, going to work with Pharrell, and I was like in my kind of like just introspective, everything's dark and sad, and I went to work with him, and he said, what do you like to write about? And I said, well, I'm quite introspective.
Yeah.
I'm like depressed. And he went, I don't. He was like, why? And it was just before he released Happy. And he said, I don't know why we don't write about being happy more. And then he was like, why aren't we bringing joy? And I was like, I don't know how to. And then about a month after that, it dropped. And I was like, oh, he was on that trajectory.
Yeah. It was really that. I think personally I'd not gone through nothing crazy where it's like, oh, I had a breakdown, but I had to rethink everything that I had been raised with. I feel like you get to a certain age and I was like, well, life doesn't necessarily feel like that for me. Why am I still operating like that?
Yeah.
You know,
put out what you want back.
what I want back. But it was also like, what are you living and how does that translate into the things that you say, the way you move through life? And I realized that my life was different to the way that it was perceived, you know, the way that I had been acting like it was. And so I made an effort to get on page with my actual life.
What do you think your upbringing taught you though?
No, it was more survival.
survival.
Yeah, do what you had to do. And then, you know, after a certain point, when you've done what you had to do and you've gotten what you've gotten, it becomes like, why am I still acting like I have to do what I have to do? Let me actually
Fight
live.
or flight.
Yeah, well, let me live now.
Yeah.
And so that was the process. And
or enjoying the moment rather than looking beyond to the next thing or looking back to what happened.
Exactly. Being really present.
Yeah.
And just finding joy.
But I feel like as a creative, like as an artist, sometimes, as I said before with my experience, it's easy to get trapped in that because you feel like it's more inspiring or something. Or
that's what we're told.
Yeah, we're told that those are the songs that sell, and then, but we forget, like,
it's crazy. It's not that it doesn't sell. It's just
We Are Family is one of the greatest songs of all time, or like
all the Earth, Wind and Fire songs are like the joy. September is about everything and nothing. Yeah, and it's joyful. It's singing about the 21st of September. What? and I love that record. They are the greatest group of all time, one of the greatest of all times to me. But they're singing about the 21st of September. It's joyful, happy. Just I remember.
It's so nice.
Like it's fun. It's just good vibes. People want that more than they want the sad, and I refuse to believe what they're telling us. You know, it's the they, the villains. No, I mean it works. It's money. I get it, but I understand that joy works. Joy really works.
Yeah. So. Moving on to mad. Yeah. You've had quite a mad life. Is it true that you approached Kanye in a restaurant?
I did.
Wow. Yeah. That's mad.
But he was, I mean...
What gave you that confidence?
My belief in myself and do what I had to do. But also I pray for things and then they appear. And so I kind of look at myself like, now you cannot be a punk.
Yeah.
You cannot be an
absolute... It's an opportunity.
Yeah.
People always say to me, like, how much of your success is luck? How much of your success is talent? How much? And I always say, like, the one thing I think makes successful people is when people recognized an opportunity and took the opportunity.
Yeah.
So some people would see Kanye in a restaurant and just walk past and go, oh my God, I just saw Kanye. I can't go over. But you, something in you made you go in there.
Well, I went in to order my food and he was there.
Yeah.
And I go outside to wait for it to come and I prayed, like, God, please, I like all of this. I've been listening to his music. I've been listening to the mixtapes. I'd heard John and I had this very strong feeling, physical reaction. Like, I need to work with this guy. I would just be full of joy, full of happiness. And I recognized that. And so my energy was like, I have to work with him on this record. I made the song and I was like, I don't know when and how, but I really want him to sing the hook. I'm going to find him somehow and I'm going to get him to sing this hook. There's a song called Hey Girl from the 18th Day. And him being I didn't know what he looked like. It was way before Get Lifted. He was still working on Get Lifted.
Oh, so it was John Legend.
But I didn't know what he looked like.
But you just said it was Kanye in the restaurant.
So they were both sitting.
Confused.
No, so this is it.
They were both there.
They were both sitting in the restaurant.
Sorry, I was like, okay.
I didn't know what he looked like.
Oh.
I walk outside and Kanye comes out of the restaurant and I was like, I don't know what you look like. Great to meet you. I don't know what John's, I know his voice and I really want to work on a record with him. I know he signed to you. How? He said, well, come to the studio and meet him. And it went from there. I didn't know what he looked like even in the studio. I sat talking to him because he was just some guy. I was like, so I'm waiting to meet this guy. And it blossomed into, a great musical friendship and then signed to him and Shine came along. And
that's quite mad.
Yeah.
And so now do you have an American boy?
I'm dating. It's fun.
Are you?
Yeah.
Several or one?
One.
Just like too much focus.
There's too many things happening. I'm too grown for that.
I'm glad that you've got yourself a nice American boy. But I've actually got someone here who might make a replacement.
Wait, what happened? Who is that? What is happening right now? What is this?
Take me on a trip, I wanna go somewhere. Take me to New York, I wanna see
what's happening right now? What is going on? Oh my word.
You be my American boy.
Oh wow.
American boy.
It was the high note for me. That was great.
Hot dog.
Hot dog and hot
Monster
dog.
trucks. Jesus.
My
Where
question.
we are.
My question. Jesus hot dogs.
Jesus, hot dogs and juice.
What is happening? What in the cowboy? What in? Okay.
Just mixing up the format.
Okay.
So the question is, and
What's
this
your
is a
name?
big one for you.
Howdy. What's your name?
Shay.
Hi, Shay.
So the question is can you tell who's a real American boy and who's not a real American boy?
I feel like I can. I'm not sure if he is. I just feel like the howdy sent me. Like, what are you saying? The howdy you sent me is not that. You're not in the outfit.
I'm from Bromley. Yeah,
I feel like
you're
I feel
right.
like it.
I'm
It's-
not quite.
No, but we just thought we'd see whether you could actually tell because you've been there long enough.
Yeah,
and
nah.
to me, I was totally fooled.
Wow.
I thought Shay was
100%.
completely legit American.
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
so talk to me, Shay. Talk to me.
you know what? We've actually met before.
Yeah.
Back in 2008. Do you remember a singer called Leon John Marie? Because he opened for you on your tour in 2008, and I was in his band.
Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus.
Sorry, I'm taking the Lord's name in vain. Oh my.
Moth Crooks.
Well, hello again.
Yeah, hello again.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. It was a
sounded
great tour.
great.
No, but
Yeah.
Shay used to play with me, and he plays with Gorillas now. He's in
Nice,
Gorillas,
nice.
but with old friends, aren't we?
Yeah, very old friends. And I live up the road, and P was like, pop in.
I
I'm like,
just
"All right."
told him, I was like, can you
Hilarious.
pretend to be American?
Hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I failed, but the hat's great.
No, you did not fail.
Wait, but did he say yeehaw?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because
I was
Where are we?
literally
That
like,
would have been
I
it.
was like, I want to see if Estelle really knows.
yeah,
he's
it's real.
American.
Yeah, I can tell at this point, and they can tell I'm definitely not from there. It's a whole
Have you
like.
got any memories of Estelle from that tour?
I remember being sort of starstruck because your band was also American. It was like super like top production and stuff. I was like,
Well, the players were. I think I had like one British background guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the
And
band.
the rest of the member, because I was there at that time, so it was easier to.
Yeah.
We're just touring musicians, and he was on a day off.
Yeah.
Although he's so jet lagged.
I've been to like Tokyo, New York, and
how are
Italy
you
in like
feeling?
as many weeks. I don't know when I am, but people think it's glamorous, which is great. But
We
actually,
look glamorous when we pull up in the moment and we're like, "Hi guys."
This is really
The
glamorous.
10 minutes before I had half a bottle of Hennessy and I was just hopped off a train and had to figure this out. Like, it's really that.
And also the dressing rooms are always so hideous
Yeah.
And hot.
and
Yeah.
hot. Yeah,
it's the
That's
rock,
true.
it's not the
you,
rock.
you're literally straight off here. Aren't you?
Yeah, straight off it.
Well,
but
welcome back.
good. Thank
Welcome
you.
home. Yeah.
And going
Nice
on
to
tour
see
with
you.
Gorillas.
Yeah, about to get ready for this summer. Yes, I used to, not anymore, but I used to love going out after gigs. Like, for example, I did this on the plane back from Tokyo.
Yeah.
Going out all night, getting absolutely wrecked, and then going straight to the plane.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And then leaving your passport in the hotel room.
Yeah, that's
That was always really great for tour managers.
That's a fun time.
Yeah, really
That's a fun
great.
time.
That's the tour manager's job, is to locate the person and their passport.
Yep.
Yeah.
If
And-
you've been separated.
And they earned it that night.
Yeah.
Because
He
it
said that
happened.
particular set of years.
We used,
Yeah.
we used
Yeah.
to have also bad. I don't know if you were ever this because you were quite young when I worked with you, but we used to have band members who disappear and then they'd be at some girl's house or whatever, and then they show up like 10 minutes to closing check-in, like, sorry, can we not talk about it because my girlfriend's at home?
Because my girlfriend.
Yeah, and you're like, and stop morally judging me.
Yeah,
Stop
yeah,
looking
yeah,
at
yeah,
me. Stop judging me for what I did. I don't want to speak about it. And you're just there going, I really like your girlfriend.
Right. You're sitting
Yeah,
there like
but
that.
she's so nice.
Why would you put me in it? How did I get in it?
Literally.
Why am I in it now?
Why am I in the
Like,
middle?
Yeah, why am I in it
It's
now?
just chaos.
Yeah.
Or I've had it where I've been on tour with band members and then I've like 6 months later found out that the two of the band members were sleeping together the whole time. I didn't know.
Things like that.
Was that when
That's
you were
gonna
on
Yeah, I
my
happen.
remember
tour?
that.
That's gonna
Do you
happen.
remember that?
It rarely
They said,
works.
this happened.
It rarely works.
But Shay's less mad now because he's sober.
Yeah, exactly. Slightly. There's still enough madness. That's the thing. If you choose to do this
Takes
for a
care
job,
of
you
itself.
are mad, like full blown mad. But
What do you think makes performers mad?
The constant, the ability to be rejected, the ability to constantly fail and look stupid and keep doing it. All it takes is one good gig to make all the 15 like terrible ones disappear. Like you forget them. Like you
But
get amnesia.
isn't it also like some parts of it, like the moment you get on stage and you feel that feeling, that euphoric feeling, like, this is the thing I'm
This is
supposed
it.
to be doing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You're
All
like,
the
it
other
makes
stuff
it
is
all
kinda-
worth it.
Yeah. all the other
But
stuff.
also, like, I've been on stage and some really mad stuff has been happening in my personal life. Like, I broke up with my kid's dad. Like, people have been in hospital. Like, people I know, various people have been sectioned that are close to me. And then you still just go on stage and you're
singing,
like weeping. And then the crowd will just clap. And you're just like, how did we do that gig? I've actually even been on stage with like one of my best friends, as you know, was in my band dying. And he was so near to death that he was like a skeleton, but he didn't want to not do the gig because he knew that the gig was his last ever gig in his life. And then at the end we just hugged and I was like, was that our last gig? And he said, yeah, I think it was.
Oh my God.
And we just like 3 weeks later we were at the guy's funeral.
Jeez Louise, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But like awful, but also so much life.
How beautiful.
Like the devotion.
How beautiful.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's mad, but it's also...
How do you deal with that, like coming off the stage though? Because it's the whole band, and if everybody, like, how do you deal with it? Like, how did you walk through it after that?
Well, 2 of the songs were about him dying because I used to joke with him. I was like, I thought you'd be gone by now. I genuinely didn't think that I'd have to go on stage and sing the songs about you dying with you standing behind me.
Wow, that's cool.
And he was like, yeah, what that?
It's like fun. Let's make this fun.
Like, yeah, he was
wow.
like, this is it. Like he had some kind of sort of spiritual step up almost, where he was like, life's about living, let's just do it. And like sometimes he'd pull a face at me on that song, like I'd be so moved and I'd turn around and I'd be like looking at him with tears and he'd look at me with tears, and then other times I'd look around with tears and he'd just go
right.
But it's just it is mad.
It is mad.
But we basically, it's like that Edith Piaf thing, isn't it? We live and die on stage.
It's the only place that I don't have to think. Everywhere else there's like noise, there's just life is just happening, blah blah. But there I just like I'm just breathing and I'm just not even thinking.
Nice.
It's pure existence.
Yeah. Pure existence.
Thanks for being American.
No worries. Lovely to see you
I just
both.
thought it would be fun.
Howdy, Shay.
I was just passing
see you
through.
again.
Thank you.
Howdy. He said
Master
howdy
Trent.
5 times. I swear to God, it's hilarious.
Thanks, Shay.
I howdy.
We love him.
I'll see you guys later.
What a pinner.
Oh my God, it's good to see
You're
you.
my pinner.
All right, take care.
I prefer the Bromley version, to be honest.
Yeah, it's the only one I know. Anytime I try and be anyone else, it doesn't work.
I love you.
Oh my God. That was fucking hilarious.
So tell me about your sad thing.
Yeah. My grandma, I remember when my grandpa had passed away, her husband, that she was actually separated for a long time, but she never divorced him. She was like bawling uncontrollably. And I just remember thinking to myself at the graveside, like, what am I going to do when she leaves? Like, this is unbearable now. And in the past year, she left us. She went home. And to me, it was
This
just...
year?
In last year.
So it's recent.
It's a year. And so to me, like the idea of grief and the idea of losing people that are inextricably part of your life, there's no version of me that exists without her having lived, having been here. And I mean that in the realest and in the simplest of ways. Like, she's my grandma. Like, my mom came from her and I came from my mom. But also the way we were raised, the calm, the beauty aspect, the way that she looked and saw life, the way that she raised us to be and present ourselves, the way she taught us to be, and the way she taught us to stand for ourselves and reminded us to stand for ourselves as we got older. With everything that she had going against her, I'm just so grateful that I come from her bloodline, that she existed, that I get to call her name, there's so many things to be happy about. But when the grief hits of like, oh, I just miss her today, and tears come falling, and and I drove past her house yesterday where we all grew up, and then the acute memories of leaving there every day, going to school from her house, and like somebody else lives there now. And those things, like, that's the stuff that has me like, oh, I'm gonna cry. But, I also have those memories. I also have that thought of like, man, she was mighty. She was, you know, small but mighty. You know, physically small. She's like 5'4".
Oh,
That's a little person classified, but she was.
I'm
small.
5'4".
Right, okay, so like, I'm in 5'5". I'm just like, I'm out here. My heels, I'm like 5'7". So, but she was a short, small, but
yeah,
always looked mighty
powerful
to me. Yeah.
What do you
always.
think it is about that matriarch position, like that's so important? Like when you have a really, like my mum actually comes from one of 8 kids, and when she speaks about grief and death, she speaks with so much remorse about her grandmother. Even though her mother's death was a sad passing, there was something about her grandmother that was really special. And I think she also felt, because she was one of so many, that she only really truly got a special connection
with the grandma,
with her grandma.
I think that I find that especially when you have loads of brothers and sisters, you tend to parent in community. You know, I say that like we were all raised by every woman and man in our family. Like there's no version of just me, my mum and my kids. Yeah. Like my mum and my kids. Like,
there were so many of you.
No, there was all of us. Like there's no physical way you can do that. There's no emotional way you can do that. You need the family. And so grandma was part of it. Auntie was part of it. Uncles were part of it. Yeah. You know? And cousins were part of it. And we were all in the house at different moments. So I understand when your mum, there's one of 8. Yeah, grandma was raising her too, you know?
There's a magic about it as well, because every child, every daughter is born with all the eggs they'll ever have in them. So your grandmother actually carried you before your mother did.
All of these things sit in your head, and when they leave, you're like, oh, this is crazy. By genetics, by science.
It's roots.
It's madness.
Yeah.
That's madness to me. Like the beauty of life and the way that all this is set up that you couldn't make up, man, it blows my mind every time. But again, coming from her bloodline, coming from her, that it makes me sad some of the times to think about the freedoms that I live that she paid for by not having the freedom.
Which side of your family are you speaking about?
My mum's side.
Your mum's Caribbean side?
No, my mum's African.
African.
Yeah.
Which part of Africa?
West Africa, Senegal, Sierra Leone.
So how did she come? She
emigrated in the 60s.
And that must have taken a lot of toll.
It took some guts. Yeah. I'll tell you that.
With how many children?
2 that were in Africa that stayed behind, 2 boys. She brought the 3 girls over after she managed to come and sell. And then she had 2 more. So I think it was 7.
And what do you think was her most magical quality?
I don't know how she stayed awake. I'd be sleep, and that's probably the part of it. Like she was like, "I'm gonna stay awake so you can sleep." I'd like to sleep. I really enjoy taking naps, and that lady was awake a lot, and I was always just like, "How? Why are you awake?"
You mean you woke up and she'd be awake? You went to sleep,
she'd be awake.
Up, she'd be awake.
She'd be awake, and she had a night job, and then she'd come home and take us to school, and then on the way, and we come back from school, and she's still awake, and then it's like a 2-hour nap, and then she's gone back to her night job, and I was always like, I don't want to know how, but how? And that's the thing. I was always like, she was awake a lot, and you just realized how much she actually had.
So much sacrifice.
So much. And she got into a pattern of that, I think.
I feel like that's really moving. Like I was looking at this thing the other day about this lady on the Gaza Strip. Obviously what's happening is appalling.
It's unreal.
And it was about how she was always awake. Like she would wait for her children to sleep, then her grandchildren to sleep. Then she'd wake up before them, and everyone would eat before her, and everyone would sleep before her. And it was about this article about this one lady that never ate, never slept on the Gaza Strip. And this is like the kind of sacrifice.
It speaks to the way that women just hold the world together.
They really do.
And women of color in particular, that's my experience, is like it's watching them just take care of everything and everyone but themselves. So she did a lot of surviving.
Because she's not just doing the maternal stuff. She's dealing with racism. She's dealing with prejudice.
All of
she's
it.
dealing with difficulty, questionable of her identity constantly, her whole life.
All of
and
that.
raising all the kids.
And raising the kids. And her husband.
And she hasn't got anger management problems.
Okay.
And then,
not supposed to.
No,
she's
not allowed to.
She's not allowed
because
to,
she's got. I mean, this is huge. I mean, I can't relate on the thing about racial discrimination, but the other day I was in an ice cream shop and this man elbowed me in the back for trying to get my children to safe on the road because he said that I pushed him, and I said, "Oh, my kids are 4 and 8."
You elbowed a whole woman. Like, what is wrong with you?
And,
what are you
and
going
then he
through?
was shocked because my natural reaction was I thought he was gonna hurt my kids, so I turned around and went, "What are you doing with my arm?"
Yeah.
And he went, "Oh, how dare you?" And I said, "But you've just elbowed me." And then he said, and it was like that thing of that gaslighting thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're not allowed to have an
opinion or have a reaction
or any anger.
You're not supposed to protect your
especially not
kids.
as a black female.
But imagine protecting your children, but like also like don't protect your kids, but like also protect your kids. Because if you didn't protect your kids,
you're
then what kind of mother?
If you do, you're a terrible mother.
Exactly.
But so society puts so much pressure on women. So I get the sadness. I guess the sadness of the grief of your grandmother is not just the sadness of the absence of someone, but also what they had to go through and what they had to endure.
That we don't always
to
pay
be
attention to like the stuff that they're going through when they're going through it.
Yeah.
You know, we're just like, all right, now you got food's on the table, you're alive, we're good, all right, cool. And you move along with your life. And then they're left to sit, or they're sitting with all these things and they're proud of you. But there's always this energy of like, you know, I used to sit with her sometimes and just be like, hold her hand, because I was like, I just want to feel what your hands feel like in this era, in this age, because I'm not going to do this again soon. I'm not be able to do this soon, you know, as you get older.
Yeah.
I just remember sitting with them, we'd just be laughing and she'd just be holding my hand, and I can feel it now as I'm holding my hands. And that kind of stuff is the stuff I miss, you know, because those hands have seen everything. They've seen everything in different continents.
And done labour and held
in different
and
whole other countries, taking care of so much in a whole other cities, civilizations, times, spaces.
What would you say to her if she was here
today? Hi. Hi, Nan. I just go and sit with her again. I would just go sit with her and hold her hands.
It's the touch.
Yeah, it's physical. And that's the thing that makes it sad. It's like, oh, I can't just do this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that a lot of people have called you audacious in your life. What does that mean?
I don't know. I think
that just
audacious from the
people's
root
fear
word
of a
audacity.
confident woman?
Yeah. Yes, I think audacious from the root word audacity. More like, and I take it like when people come with that, I'm just like, yeah, I'm bad. Yeah,
badass, more like.
Absolutely, I'm bad. When they say she's a baddie, absolutely. I'm one of the ones. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Absolutely been that all my whole life, whether I knew it or not. I know it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. I think audacity is a good thing. It's a great thing.
I do. I think it's really important and remiss of me not to mention, but like you started out on UK music as a black solo female artist, and then you moved to America because it wasn't going to happen unless you did, or
the
something.
Grammy wouldn't have happened unless it did.
It felt like. Yeah. So what is it? What's the difference? You know, in terms of like being badass, you obviously see things and you're like, as a person, like this is not an opportunity for me. I'm going to go where the opportunity is. Yeah. Like, why do you think the UK is so behind with dealing with non-white artists?
The overarching question of life. I don't have an answer to that.
It's interesting to me because I completely visualize and see, having come up with a lot of peers who are like non-white peers, and seeing my career rise to success whilst theirs didn't as much. Yeah. And also there being no difference in the level of talent, if not maybe leaning on the side of them being more talented. So I just, it's interesting to me, like in terms of bad, like sometimes we talk about how we're bad, but I just want to ask you straight off the bat, because that's what I'm curious about. Most people in the UK think you're American.
Which is nuts. They do?
people I've spoke to, I know you're not, because back when I was young, I was listening to your music and I was like, she's loved that. But I'm really proud of that.
That's the first time I've heard that. Thank you. I don't know who, but that's weird.
It's interesting to me. Like, what is it? Do you think it's purely financial, or do you think it's prejudice driven?
But like, okay, so let me put it like this: America is a different terrain racially.
But how come you've had more success being like? What's wrong with the UK? That's what I would have asked.
So what? Like, how did it go from here to there?
Why is it not going? Why is
it?
Obviously, the UK is coming up in terms of people doing what they call genre specific certain things. Like they're like, oh, you're allowed to rap. Yeah. You're allowed. But what about, British black rock stars? Yeah. What about like what's going on with music? Do you think it's changing? I think that the world turns in music as the world turns. Do what you want. The streamers have messed it out for everybody. It's nothing is traditional anymore. Make your own narrative.
Make your own narrative in music. Choose your own deal. It's a la carte deals. The deals don't go nothing like what it used to go. You can make an album and put this stuff out tomorrow and it could be the most successful thing and it will just be your whole business. Just your business. No label, no nothing attached to it. You can literally upload it and it gets played on one movie and now you are the biggest star in the world. Right?
Yeah.
Again, all for the first time. Doesn't matter your race, doesn't matter whatever. That's how the industry is now. Now, back then, there's formats. For the UK, I literally, again, like I said, I was going to where they would sign me. The dream I had wasn't based on I'm doing this because I'm black. I'm black. I don't have to shout it.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to prove it from the rooftops.
You went
that wasn't my point.
You went like this isn't happening here. Yeah. I'm gonna go there.
This isn't happening. None of the people here, and it was wild because I went when I went to the labels here after I signed my first deal.
Yeah.
When I went back around to the labels, they didn't get it. Again,
second time
around, they still didn't get it. And they ended up having to work me anyway. And that was a whole, you get it now?
Yeah.
Conversation. Like, do you understand it now? Like, and whether they did or not, it's business. So they had to do it. And I look at that like this much of the whole scenario. It's whatever. It happened anyway. I just think this.
But now the people decide, don't they?
Exactly. We're in a stage where the people decide. You don't have to do what was done. There's no version of any artist today that has to feed. No matter what they say to you, there's another way. There's another way.
I love that.
There's always another way.
But I feel like in a way you started that. And I feel like, the situations we're talking about, like you were like, this is not how I live. Yeah. So I just kind of like, want something and then I go for it.
Yeah.
They say like the mountain doesn't come to Muhammad or
Muhammad goes to the mountain.
Yeah, you literally go you're like, I see this blockade. Yeah. I'm not interested in it. I'm gonna walk around it. Yeah. And that's what you did. And in a way, like the industry now, music, is now created for everyone to be able to do that. Over time, when we look at the artists that we love the most, they have these same stories. Yeah.
There was somebody who was limited by what they saw as the sure thing that they knew based on their personal experiences.
Yeah.
So take it out of the music business. As people, we move through life based on what we think ought to happen based on the experiences that we've had.
Yeah.
My parents, if your parents have never been to Thailand, why would you go?
100%.
Right? So the courage for me, the part for me is like with every artist, you are here to be an alchemist. You are here to move energy. You are here to move light. However it's got to get done. No one told you it's going to be easy. No one told you that the thing was going to get laid out. They just told you that you're supposed to do this. Your spirit just tells you you're supposed to do this. So do it.
And you don't know any
just
other
do
way.
It. There is no other way.
No, just get there.
Just get on with it. Like start finding excuses.
It's like, to be around here, you say that, it's like fueling and it's so amazing to hear it.
I'm happy.
Do you think people find outspoken women make them feel uncomfortable?
I think outspoken people make people feel uncomfortable. People are convicted and they are.
I feel like men are allowed to be outspoken more.
I don't know that they are. I just feel like we just, as a society, We give them the space. I don't know that they are or aren't. And I think the more we go with the idea of like women aren't allowed to speak up, the more that women don't speak up. And then we just have that trope going round in a circle. So my thing is, the one way to get around the thing that they told you can't do is just to do it. Stand for yourself.
Say why not?
Not even why not. Just stand for yourself. Like your voice is valid. Who you are as a person is valid. There are gonna be people who say no, and that's okay. That's their right, and they can live their life from their perspective. I also have the right to live my life from my perspective, and I speak up.
How do you deal with people misunderstanding you?
I don't. Take it how you want it.
You just accept.
Take it how you want
you
it.
do you, and
Yeah.
I'm not.
My intention was this, and I think I use my words correctly. You know, I'm a big.
You're
Let me say this correctly.
considerate.
I'm considerate of my words. Yeah.
I'm the complete opposite. I just say everything.
Well,
And then I scramble around trying to find my way back.
I learned to take a breath. I learned to take a breath.
I think I could learn from you.
But look, I could probably learn from you. My thing is, if the intention is good, you know, more than likely, most times people feel energy and the intention's good.
You trust yourself.
Yeah, I trust myself implicitly.
Do you think in relationships, like now you're dating again, are you good at apologising for stuff you've done?
I'm working on it.
Well, that brings us nicely on what makes you glad.
Yeah.
So what does make you glad?
Music.
Yeah,
No, really, it does.
hear music.
Is it? Music in the streets. Oh no, I really, like being able to create, and do it from a place of real joy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Like I tried to give it up, and it was like, no, you're not done.
You don't have to give anything up.
No,
But
like
also,
give it up as in like, all right, I'm done making albums. I'm done with this version of who I think I am. And
maybe that version gave it up, but this new version
likes it.
starting again.
She likes it. She's having a good time, and it's fun. It's like
So great to be on stage.
fun again. The freedom to be able to tour the way I want to tour.
I know. I'm like, I'm a bit tired.
Yeah.
30 dates a lot. It's a lot.
30
Can we
dates.
do 25?
Listen, 30 cities in 30 days. I have done that kind of tour more than once, and I'm telling you, it's fun when you're on the stage. It's a lot. Every other part of it is a lot. And people say, like, oh, you're an artist. It's just, you get to just go sing every day. You want me on key every day? I have to sleep every day. I need to rest every ounce of this every day.
I had this one gig once at Sydney Opera House. I'd done 27 hours in the air, and my baby was one, and I thought we could share the bed thing, and she just
laid out.
So I literally had 45 minutes sleep in one 27-hour flight, and then had to be on stage at Sydney Opera House. I was not in tune. And then people wrote on the reviews, she was a bit off. She's not as good as she looked. You're like,
You're like, and
go figure.
So this is the breakdown of it. You had a baby. That baby was 1 year old. The body's going to need more than a year to get back in real life. 27 hours in the sky. It's your body is doing this on an airplane at any given time. Like it's There's no water.
And then
it's
a
sucking the
paparazzi
water
took
out
a
of your
picture
body
of me in the pajamas of the airline because the kid had vomited on my actual clothes.
for fun. Right, and you got to keep a sense of humor about this. This is not
And there's
easy
me
life.
in the Qantas pajamas, looking like this.
Puke.
Yeah.
And this is the one they're going to run with.
But
And
I'm glad
just come
about
to
it,
her
just
show.
like you are.
Like,
I am glad about music.
it's the fact that we get to do it that keeps us joyful. The fact that we get to go on stage that keeps us joyful. But the reality of the every other minute and the physicalness and the not the toll, but just the physicalness of doing touring is a thing.
I, for one, am so glad you're still doing it.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to see you tour in the UK.
Me, I can't
hopefully.
wait to do that. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be different. I'm going to take my time now. But it's going to be
Good.
fun.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you so so much. I feel
no
like
worries.
spiritually cleansed by your existence.
I'm so happy.
Really,
I feel good about life.
I'm going to start processing this tonight. I'll be thinking how to become a better, more zen person.
Man, just live. You're good. You got it.
Thank you
it.
so much.
Bye, my love.
Bye, gorgeous.
All right, take care.
Wow. Nam Yo Ho Renge Kyo, big time.